Subnautica, an underwater open world horror game that does an excellent job as a series of making the exploration of the ocean something you love, because I mean look at how beautiful this shit is, but also hate, because why? Why would you make the ocean this fucking scary? So as you explore the oceans, which are home to such a variety of life, and also Mpreg, you discover secrets and use environmental storytelling to figure out what happened in the time before you came here, all while trying to go deeper and deeper into the ocean. Now initially I was going to make this video about Subnautica 1, and I'm not saying that video is completely out of the water just yet. But when I saw that the Subnautica 2's terms and conditions used to prohibit you from talking bad about the game, I had a spark of inspiration. So I used that spark to light a fire and make the most negative review of Subnautica 2 I could possibly muster. Because if there's one thing you gotta know about me, it's that I'm more spiteful than a cat whose spot you just stole. Now if you excuse me, I'm gonna speedrun getting banned in Subnautica 2. Now I've played a lot of truly horrible, awful, wretched games in my day. From the shitty messiness of Satisfactory to the uncontrolled chaos of the Doom games. All horrible games, absolutely nothing amazing about them. But then there's Subnautica 2, potentially the worst video game that has ever been spawned on God's blue earth. I mean, what is there redeeming about it? It has a beautiful world with varied biomes that make you feel like you're exploring a truly alien planet with a new mystery around every corner, new mechanics and quality of life changes from the first Subnautica that really make this game feel like a true sequel, all with a story that so far seems like it'll be pretty interesting as it captivates you with its mystery. So like I said, it's pretty bad. The game isn't even finished yet. Like what is this, Cyberpunk 2077 2? I'd ask for my refund back and spend my money in an actually good game like Sex with Hitler 2, but these fucking asshole devs decided, what if we made our game fun? Which has caused me to go over the 2-hour playtime. Completely and utterly fucking disrespectful. Sarcasm is a form of verbal irony, but with this game and all of its horrible traits, I don't even know where to start. The gameplay of Subnautica 2 is, well, how do I put this? Uninspired. It's just like the first game, other than the ability to add modifications to your character, a revamped base building system, the addition of multiplayer, brand new mechanics. I mean, they basically added nothing. If we look at the base building system, all they even did was make it so you could create more personalized bases as opposed to the limited circular rooms from the first game, which really allow you to be more creative and have fun building. Which is just fucking absurd. Why would anyone ever want this? And if you think that's bad, by far my least favorite feature is where you can use your resources that are stored in your base's lockers for crafting. So instead of having to go through your army of lockers to find the last piece you need, you just go to the crafting bench and the game will automatically have it ready to be built for you. Which is just such a cool feature. Fuck you. Base building is also basically required in this game, which I really enjoy because it means you have to use all these cool features I just listed before. In the first game, you really only needed to build the base for the moon pool and the upgrade station since the Cyclops was just so OP. However, in this game, even the Life Pod's fabricator has limited building options because you need to go use one in a base that you built to access them all. Not only that, but the game also incentivizes you to build multiple bases as you cross far away into new biomes, since it'll be way easier to just build a new base as opposed to going back and forth a kilometer. Oh, sorry, I meant about 1,176 AR-15s, which admittedly was a little bit annoying at first because me and my fiance had put so much effort into our first base only to realize we won't be going back to it. But once you get past the grief, I started to really not mind it. At least one bright side of the base building is it allows you to hide in your cube so you don't have to witness the horrific and despicable fucking beauty of this game. This water just looks so damn beautiful I want to drink it, which means that the developers are promoting drinking seawater, which is incredibly unhealthy, and you guys will be hearing from my attorney. Now, my client doesn't know what he's talking about. He's an idiot.
Are you drinking seawater?
No. Why, you got some?
You are drinking seawater!
I mean, look at this shit at night, dude. All the beautiful bioluminescence makes the nighttime almost as beautiful as it is terrifying. Keyword. Almost. That, along with all of these varied biomes where each have their own identity, I get blown away every time I enter a new area on this map. And this isn't even all of them, since more will be added as time goes on. I hate all of these beautiful landscapes. Waterscapes? Sure, that make every inch of exploration an awing moment. It also did feel weird to me that we aren't on planet 4546b anymore like the first two games, since it started to feel like a staple of the series. I miss my peepers, bro, but I do see why they did it, so it could allow them to be more creative and create creatures without doing something that wouldn't make sense for the planet 4546b, as well as allowing for them to explore more of the story of this world/universe, which is just stupid. Who needs to be more creative when you could have just asked ChatGPT to make the game for you, like how your CEO asked it to fire a ton of employees at Unknown Worlds to skip giving them their bonuses because God forbid rewarding people who do their jobs well. Okay, for real for a second, who the fuck does this?
Gee, I sure hope that joke doesn't get me shot.
And congrats to all the people who got their bonuses, since the judge sided with you. Sometimes the justice system does work. Sometimes. Anyway, human creativity. Ew, I hate when humans are creative, because then it gives us this shit. Oh shit, wrong clip. I mean, it gives us this shit. Subnautica, an underwater open world horror game that does an excellent job as a series, or it gives you these new creature designs of so many new fauna and flora that you can't just help but be captivated as you drive past them. Now I will say I feel like some of the predators should do more damage, although on second thought, maybe not, because there are plenty of times a decently sized predator bites you and it does a very minimal amount of damage. So it makes it less of a fuck, and more, would you fuck off, you little shit? I'm trying to scan this. But with this game being in early access, it's hard to know if this level of damage is intentional or something they'll mess with later. I mean, wow, your game isn't even balanced properly and you call yourselves developers. Above all, however, there is this one absolutely useless feature they added, and I have no idea why they thought it was a good idea. The ability to play with friends. Like, how stupid can you be on Unknown Worlds? Don't you understand that to use the multiplayer feature, you need friends? And friends, as everyone knows, is an illusionary psyop made by Big Sphere to keep us believing that the Earth is round, when I know the truth. It's a Taurus. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go look up and say hi to Australia.
Is that a kangaroo eating a koala's ass?
Like, even if you could manage to get friends, what the hell are you even gonna do together? Explore the deep dark depths while you both shit your pants from the scary creatures and excellent atmosphere, causing some fun and memorable experiences that will get a good laugh out of both of you? I just see fucking little metal ingots. God, what the fuck? No, we're not just gonna do this.
Why not?
Throw it away outside like a dignified person.
But they're glowing.
Or what about base building together, allowing both of you to have fun working to generate a home that you can enjoy playing in? Like, really? You thought that would be fun? It's not like when I played Subnautica 1 and I was exploring the depths I ever thought about how fun this could be with friends, because that would imply I have friends. You know, maybe it would be more fun if the sound design of this game wasn't so amazing. From all the sound effects of picking things up, to the tiny creature sounds, to the big creature sounds, the mechanical noises, the beeps, the boops, all the swooshy water sound effects, it all makes you feel so immersed in this world. To bottom it all off, you have the music, as it perfectly encapsulates the vibe and tone of the situation you're in, while also being the thing that tells you, yeah, you should be scared as fuck right now, you idiot. There are just so many damn sounds in this game, which really add an extra layer in Subnautica, because as you explore the deep dark depths and your vision is getting limited due to the little light that's able to make it through, your brain is desperately trying to use other senses to figure out what is a threat. So you try to listen for anything you can, and sometimes it's nothing, but other times it's fucking Cthulhu, who's kinda cute if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, scary, but cute. Aw, and the other Leviathan has babies that it sends to eat me so that they can get their nutrition? You know, maybe I'm misunderstanding them. They're just animals that raise and even take care of their young. I'm over here stealing their natural resources and using them to make structures that destroy their local habitat as I throw away anything I don't need. Maybe I'm the bad guy. Well, maybe if being bad wasn't so damn profitable, I'd stop doing it. Then there's the story, which is literally not even finished yet. Good, that means I can experience less of this crappy writing that grips me with captivation as it fills my head with my own internal theories as I try to connect the dots on everything that has happened so far. What a joke. Good writing is when I can just watch and be completely disconnected as I feel my brain rotting in my skull. And whatever they do have to show us for the story is just uninteresting and fascinating. It starts with you waking up at a facility deep underwater. You learn that 3D printing has gotten really advanced and they're able to reprint whole people, thus making you a sort of synthesized clone, and death in this game is actually part of the lore, where when you die, your AI buddy Noah reprints you and transfers your memories, with some I mean, I'd call them hints, but they're pretty direct for hints about how he might be able to control your mind and alter your memories a little with the characters being unable to swear. Damn, I hope the entire ending of this game doesn't get leaked in Portuguese. So anyway, you're able to reach the surface after repairing the eject pod and are introduced to this brand new world with its massive tree taking up the bulk of your attention. Even besides the tree, the skybox in this game, much like the skybox in the previous games, is super alive, with Subnautica 2 having a massive, beautiful planet that accurately simulates what it looks like for it to orbit around in a solar system. It may seem like a tiny detail, but it makes it so when you resurface to replenish your oxygen, you have something that will awe you every time as you wait for your air to refill. Damn, they even made resurfacing for air fun? I mean, stupid. Like, why would you use resources on that when you could have spent it on important things? Like running. No, really, please add the ability to run. Because since you're more likely to build bigger bases, you'll notice the lack of a sprint button real quick. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. The story we know so far is that we were trying to escape the coronavirus from killing us, which is interesting because we were able to cure it in the first game. Kinda. Which means that at some point it was contacted again by humanity and reached civilization, leading to it spreading across the galaxy. And it's hinted that we could potentially be the last humans left in the universe. Wait a minute. Humanity going extinct? Sci-fi dystopian game? Mysterious voices calling to you? Submarines? Daddy, Markiplier, what does this mean? Anyway, you're isolated on this planet and are following the remnants of your fellow crew members who have traversed it before you. Well, you may be alone, but at least you don't have to worry about a disease this time.
Were they sick?
You have to worry about a disease this time again, don't you?
God fucking damn.
Yeah, so now there's a new disease that basically makes it so you're obsessed with the tree. I mean, you didn't need a disease for that. Look at the thing. I was gonna go over there anyway. Although the disease will cause you to swim down aimlessly until you drown. Again, you don't need a bacteria for that. I would have done that myself. Now, as you explore the world, you begin to interact with these blue pod things, which give you some biological enhancements. In layman's terms, they give you some cool perks to use. Eventually, as you adventure out further, you find these massive alien structures, and after some time and more exploration, you're able to repair it and head to this alien observatory. Once you get there, you discover there's actually a facility underneath the giant tree that you have to go to, and then the game ends. For now. It sounds short, and even though it technically is, I did skim over quite a bit for this video, and it still took me and my fiance about 12.5 hours to get to this point, which honestly isn't bad, at least compared to Subnautica 1 in its beginning days of early access, and I was there, and that game was barren when compared to this game in its first week. But yeah, the story's set up pretty well, and I'm not looking forward for it to come out, because then that means I have to play more of this dog-ass amazing game. Okay, so as you could hopefully tell, this whole video is a gag because the company that owns the company that's making the sci-fi dystopian game where they add dystopian gags and themes to talk and joke about dystopianism have added dystopian-esque terms into their terms and conditions. Terms such as, you cannot use someone else's account to access this game. You are not allowed to use a VPN while playing this game. My brother in Christ, reading this makes me want to get a VPN just to spite you. You do not own this game and are basically purchasing a license to play. Okay, this one's kind of fine. Literally every major game nowadays has a clause somewhere in their EULA about this. It sucks, but this one is everywhere. You own nothing. And the inspiration for this video, you cannot harm the reputation of the company, our affiliates, our service providers, or licensors, or reputation of the game, which is so vague that I and many others took it as, you can't talk shit about us or the game or we'll send you to hell, or its legal name, the American courtroom. So with me being as spiteful as I am, I decided the bear needed some punching. Hey, Future Hazmat here with an update. When I went to screenshot these terms in the EULA, I couldn't find them anywhere, even though I remember reading them just a few days prior. Now either I just can't find them, I mean look at how thick these fucking glasses are, or due to the backlash they got rid of them. Thankfully the internet archives everything, so I was able to access the older version of the EULA. Although I should clarify that the EULA has more to do with Unknown World's parent company Krafton and not really with them. Anyway, after seeing this I realized, hey, this video where the whole joke is I'm talking bad about the game because I was told not to no longer works since they realized that line in the EULA was utter dog water, so should I probably rewrite the script? But I decided no, because one, that would take way too much time to do and I'm way too lazy for that. B, I think talking about a game I genuinely enjoy in this manner is just funny and that's the goal of these videos, is to make it shit.
Wait, what?
And ampersand, I still think it serves as a good lesson to be aware of the terms and conditions in video games to make sure they don't overstep their boundaries. Because while they can have good points like don't be racist, they can also sneak in some super shitty terms that you could argue are barely legally enforceable. But I'm glad Krafton came to their senses, for once. Now in reality, besides the publisher and all of the shitty corporate executives, Subnautica 2 is genuinely a really fun game, and I applaud the developers who have really put their heart and soul into this, and it shows. I just think they've done a great job at finding what to change while still keeping the Subnautica identity. This game feels like a true sequel, which can be really hard for a lot of studios to do. Graphically, it's also so pretty. Like, I don't care if it's not medically advisable to drink this water. It's also not medically advisable to shove random things up your ass, but like, fuck, that stopped humanity. Overall, I really enjoy this game, and I'm genuinely looking forward to seeing how they develop the story and what new creatures, biomes, and gear they'll add as time progresses. And with that, thanks again as always for watching, and I'll see you when I can figure out what my next video is gonna be about.